Have you ever had to walk away from someone you love, not because of a fight or a betrayal, but because their presence was slowly, subtly, and irrevocably damaging your mind? Maybe it was a parent who never approved, a partner who gaslit you into questioning your sanity, or a friend who thrived on your failures. The psychological weight of their relationship became an anchor, pulling you down into a sea of self-doubt and anxiety. How do you cut ties with a ghost? How do you sever a connection that isn't just a part of your life, but a part of your very identity? And what happens to your mind when you finally decide to let them go? Today, we're not just exploring a breakup story, we're delving into the chilling, complex, and often terrifying process of severing a psychological bond. We often dismiss heartbreak as merely an emotional state, a fleeting sorrow confined to the abstract realm of our feelings. It's all in your head, they say. But what if I told you that heartbreak is far more primal, far more physical than you could ever imagine? It's not some poetic ache, it's a biological siege, a full-blown alarm ringing through every nerve ending, every cell, every corner of your very being. When you're deeply connected to someone, especially someone who has held a significant, perhaps even damaging, sway over your psyche, their presence, their very essence, triggers a complex cocktail of chemicals in your brain. Oxytocin, dopamine, serotonin, the very neurochemicals of love, attachment, and even addiction. But when that connection is severed, or worse, when it becomes toxic, those same pathways, once conduits of affection, transform into a furious electrical storm. Your nervous system isn't just upset, it's on fire. It's screaming. This isn't just about missing someone. This is about your body, your internal landscape, reacting to a profound disruption. It's a system flooded with cortisol, the stress hormone, pushing you into a constant state of fight or flight. Your heart races, your stomach clenches, your sleep is disrupted. Every fiber of your being is registering a deep, visceral loss, a perceived threat to your very survival. Letting her go, then, is not just a mental exercise. It begins with a stark, undeniable truth. Your body remembers. It keeps the meticulous, unyielding score of every touch, every word, every moment of that love, and every painful fissure that tore it apart. In the aftermath of such a profound biological upheaval, there's a tempting, almost instinctual urge to deny, to suppress, to simply pretend it never happened, to bury the pain deep, hoping it will somehow dissipate on its own. But this isn't an act of strength, it's an act of self-sabotage. Cutting her off isn't about erasing her from your history, nor is it about constructing an elaborate facade of indifference. True liberation lies in a far more courageous, albeit painful, choice. We are presented with two distinct paths, mourning or melancholia. Melancholia is the suffocating blanket of unacknowledged grief, the wound left festering in the dark, infecting every aspect of your being with its silent poison. It's the constant, low hum of sadness that becomes your default state, a self-imposed prison of what-ifs and might-have-beens. It keeps you tethered, even in her absence, to the very source of your pain. Mourning, however, is a defiant act of self-preservation. It is the conscious, courageous decision to confront the wound, to expose it to the light, to let it breathe. It's the agonizing, yet ultimately healing, process of acknowledging the loss, feeling the sting, and allowing the natural mechanisms of repair to begin. You aren't pretending the wound doesn't exist, you are actively engaging with its reality. You are allowing it to scar, to form a protective barrier, rather than allowing it to fester indefinitely, a source of perpetual pain and infection. This is where true healing begins, not in forgetting, but in transforming the pain into resilience. In an era saturated with digital connections, the act of severing ties takes on a new, tangible form. Unfollowing her on social media, meticulously deleting shared photographs from your archives, silencing the insidious ping of her notifications. These are not trivial gestures. These are potent, deliberate acts of will. Each tap, each swipe, Each click is a declaration, a reclaiming of your mental space from the pervasive ghost of her digital presence. These acts of digital excision, however, do not instantly eradicate the profound longing that still resides within. The heart, the mind, the very nervous system we discussed, does not simply flip a switch from attachment to indifference. The longing persists, a tenacious ember in the darkness. But by performing these deliberate actions, you are, in essence, starving that ember of oxygen. You are cutting off the constant visual and auditory cues that ignite its flame, that reinforce the old neural pathways. You are depriving the longing of the very stimuli that fuel its existence. This isn't just intuitive self-preservation, it's a principle firmly rooted in modern psychology. The establishment of boundaries, whether physical, emotional, or digital, are not merely polite suggestions. They are behavioral choices that directly impact our neural architecture. By consistently choosing to create distance, to eliminate triggers, to control the input your brain receives, you are actively engaged in a powerful process of neuroplasticity. You are retraining your brain, slowly but surely, to disengage from the old patterns, to weaken the once dominant connections, and to forge new, healthier pathways towards independence and self-reliance. It's a testament to the mind's incredible adaptability, a testament to your own unwavering will to heal. Think of no contact not as a harsh punishment, but as a critical medical procedure. For a long time, we've poured our energy, our thoughts, our very selves into this other person, this her. Sigmund Freud, a giant in psychology, called this a withdrawal of libido. Essentially, you're taking back all the mental and emotional energy you've invested in her. It's like draining a pool that has been filled with your life force. In today's terms, no contact is emergency surgery for your mind and heart. It's not going to be easy. It's often painful, messy, even a little bloody in its immediate impact. But it's absolutely necessary. Just like a surgeon stops a severe bleed to save a life, no contact stops the continuous emotional bleeding that her presence, even just her memory, is causing. It's the only way to truly begin to heal. So, how do we perform this surgery? First, block or silence her without malice. This isn't about anger or revenge, it's about protecting yourself. You're not trying to hurt her, you're trying to heal you. Second, resist the urge for just one text. That little voice saying, just one more message, is incredibly powerful. But that's like a patient ripping off a bandage too soon after a major operation. It just reopens the wound and makes everything worse. The healing process needs uninterrupted time and space. Finally, no contact isn't just about cutting something out. It's about filling the empty space. While you're creating that crucial distance, actively fill the vacuum she leaves behind. Lean on friends, dive into your work, rekindle old hobbies, explore new creative pursuits. This isn't just a distraction. It's about rebuilding your world, rediscovering your identity, and showing your brain that there's a vibrant, fulfilling life waiting for you beyond the shadow of that past connection. This is how you reclaim your power and begin to thrive again. So, we come to the end of this journey. We've gone from the raw biological fire of heartbreak to the deliberate, surgical act of letting go. We've seen that cutting her off isn't an act of cruelty, but one of immense courage. It's a choice to stop bleeding, to reclaim your energy, and to allow your body and mind to finally begin the slow, difficult process of healing. The road ahead won't be easy. There will be days when the what-if thoughts feel overwhelming, when the silence feels louder than any noise. But remember this, you are not just a victim of your past. You are the surgeon, the architect, the author of your own future. By setting these boundaries, by choosing to mourn rather than fester, you are not erasing her story, but beginning to write your own. This is not a story of a tragic loss. This is the story of your powerful reclamation.